Well, it's time for another episode of There Goes Your Warranty. Today we'll be trying to repair the power button on a Lenovo ThinkPad Android tablet. I can see just in this initial footage that the reflections from this thing are going to be a problem with the filming, so I apologize in advance. I'm here to fix stuff, not film it cleanly. So our first step is to take off this case. Alright, so a little bit of time passed there. I would like to thank CMonkey420 for his video adding a 3G modem to the Lenovo ThinkPad tablet. That's where I figured out how to get this stupid case off. You just pry the back button up from the bottom. Be careful, you don't want to break that. And you'll see these two screws. You're just going to want to remove these two screws. The easiest method I found to remove the case, once you've removed those two screws, I take the stylus, barely insert it, pop it into the corner here, just enough to get the plastic popped up. And I use this small, rigid piece of plastic. It's a Pampered Chef stoneware scraper, but any rigid piece of plastic will do. Pop it right under the lines here, move it all along the sides, kind of working the plastic free as you go. You don't want to use a screwdriver. You'll totally chew up the case. Alright. Be careful down by the buttons so you don't pop them out any more than you already had to. And along the sides. And there we go. Now down to the lab. Alright, let's take the cover off and see if we can figure out what's gone wrong. Alright, it's an easy one to figure out, not to fix. What we see here, that's the power button. It's supposed to be attached here. 3 tiny pins. That's not going to be easy to solder. So we're going to start by popping the plastic button off here just to make the soldering a tiny bit easier. Alright, just kind of push that through the back. Okay, we need to reconnect these 3 pins on the bottom of the switch to these 3 posts on the board. So to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to line it up with my helping hands holding a tweezers. Let's see, you can kind of see how that is positioned on the board there. And now we just have to solder those 3 pins. No problem, right? It'll help if you tin the ends first, which means you'll just put a little bit of solder on each of the 3 pins. Alright, for the record, this is pretty bad soldering form, not at all how you want to do fine detail soldering. I've made some mistakes here, and you'll see me trying to clean them up by picking up solder on the tip of the iron, which you should never do. But, hey, it worked for me, so, you know, your mileage may vary. As you can see, it's about as butchered as you can get, but it works. As you can see here, pushing the button with the probe here. Alright, now you just want to snap your case back together. Alright, now you just need to put the 2 screws back under here. Alright, now that you've got the screws back in, just snap the back button back into place. Alright. Now, because I've had such trouble with this power button, I've decided to leave the plastic button out of there. The foam's kind of rotted, so the spring back action isn't working, and I find that more often than not, when I leave the button in there, it's resetting. So all I'll do when I want to turn it on is pop a paperclip right in that hole. And there it's good.